Martin has requested to book for just under a year, and he's going to be paying us around 140k pounds in one Airbnb booking. So over here we have 160,000 membership rewards points. I'm just going to be converting this over to Emirates Skywards. A flight from Dubai to Manchester is going to cost me 204,000 miles and an extra £600. So we are only paying £600 for the flight for both myself and Uzma. It's a one-way flight, but I would say it's a very good price, £600 for 2 first-class seats. So this is the travel hack that myself and Uzma usually do when we fly first class. I would like to transfer my American Express points to my Skywards points, please.
How many points would you like to transfer across?
So I think at the moment I have 160,000.
You do, yes, yeah.
So I would like to transfer the full thing, please.
The full amount. Okay, right, bear with me 2 seconds. So that's all done and they'll all go transferred across, so you should see them appear in your account imminently.
Okay, thank you. Right now I have 164,000 Skywards miles. I just need to purchase another 40,000 and that should be enough to purchase the first class seats. I'm now choosing the seats, and as usual myself and Uzma love to sit in the middle, and it's just giving me a point of view of how the first class seat is going to look like. So you can see here now, I'm about to make the purchase, 204 miles and 3,200 AED, which is about 500 to 600 pounds. Okay guys, you can see that the booking over here has been confirmed. If I just scroll down to the payment summary, I paid 204,000 miles and 3,240 dirhams for the full flight.
So guys, we've just wrapped up an amazing interview with Megan, who's going to be on the Educate Property channel very soon. Megan joined with us in our program a year ago, and within a year she's had amazing success. Megan, can you tell me really briefly how much in revenue and profit you're making per year from your Airbnb business?
Yeah, so I'm making 120k in revenue annually, and then I'm also making 60k profit annually from my 5 properties at the moment.
And how long did it take for you to do that?
A year. So I started the program in January, I finished in March, and then I sort of really kick-started things March, April time last year, so just a year.
What kind of transformations have you had in your personal life also since joining and now running your Airbnb business? Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, of course. So I've managed to live on my own, move out of my parents' house at 19, and I've also just, my lifestyle's completely changed. I'm my own boss. I have location freedom, time freedom, financial freedom to a certain extent. I don't have to worry about money anymore, and yeah, it's just been absolutely life-changing, and I love what I do, and the freedom is amazing.
So Megan quit her job. She's now living in her own apartment at 19 years old, and she's making in profit £5,000 per month with her Airbnb business. That's just incredible. And you've traveled quite a few times as well over the last 12 months. You went to Greece, France as well.
How many hours a week do you work on your short-term rental business?
I'm working quite a lot at the moment because I'm focusing on scaling and I want to, but I could only work sort of under 2 hours a week if I wanted to.
Any quick tips for any of the viewers that are watching this vlog right now?
Yeah, just take action and start working on your mindset as soon as possible, because mindset is 80% of it. If you don't believe you can do it, then you won't be able to do it. So invest in mentorship, work hard and take action.
Amazing. So you're going to hear all about Megan's story, about how she started at 18. She was living at her parents' house and they didn't really believe in the idea that she could make it, but now she's independent, living on her own terms. So go watch the video if you haven't already.
Baby, ride me to the darkness of the night. Kill me softly like you want me youth and night.
So guys, we are back today. We are flying back to the UK. We've got a few exciting things going on. We're going to be showing you more of the behind the scenes of our business, because that is exactly what you guys want to see. So yeah, we're just going to be making our way to our flight, and then we have some business stuff going on in the UK. Once we land, we're going to be spending a few days with family, and then we're planning on spending the remaining of the days working on our business. We've got some new properties, new deals in the pipeline. So we're going to be going to the UK to get everything up and running. So yeah, stay tuned guys.
Sabes que no soy cualquiera. Yo tengo lo que tú quieras. Sabes que no soy.
So guys, myself and Uzma originally booked the flight from Dubai to London, but unfortunately we kind of got a last second call from Emirates saying that that flight is no longer going ahead. They had to cancel the flight. The only other available flight for us was to Dublin. So looks like we are going to Ireland. We've never been there before, so it's our first time to Ireland. And then from Ireland, we will then travel into England. Yeah, hopefully everything goes smoothly. I'm hoping that we don't lose our luggage because usually with connecting flights, it's so unpredictable.
We should be on our way on time, so we ask you to sit back, relax, enjoy our in-flight service.
This is today's menu. I'm going to get the caviar to begin, and I'm going to avoid the breakfast options and probably go straight to main course. I'm liking the sound of the chicken, the tenderloin, or the sea bass. It's gonna be one of those. I'll see if I'm actually feeling dessert, but if I am, I usually go for the seasonal fruit anyway. We've got the movie snacks and the rest of all the good stuff. There's a few other options like cheese boards and things like that, and the Arabic meze. I'm definitely going to get quite a lot of caviar because I have not had caviar in a long time since we've been eating at home and just been having home cooked meals. I'm excited for this. Turbulence going on and I slept through all of it, which was funny. And I've just woken up to a whole plate of fruit. I've got pineapple, which I'm nearly done with. I've got strawberries, blueberries, watermelon, cantaloupe, papaya, and we have some figs. I tend to get like a really puffy face and feel really bloated when we're traveling by plane anywhere. So having fruit is really nice for me because I think it calms the inflammation, whatever it is, it just calms that down. It's really
like 95 on the interstate, looking for a little plate.
I might order another plate because it's that sweet but it's that nice. So fruits, yes please. Thank you. Round number 2.
To free me, it's a prison inside my mind. Break me.
I just had one of the best naps ever. I'm now awake and I'm going to give you guys a tour of the first class cabin. So there's a button here which opens up the private doors. So when you go inside, you can close the doors for privacy, and it's pretty much like a mini room to yourself in an airplane. Of course, we have Uzma over here, but I do have the option to put this up, so I will have full privacy in this cabin. We then have the mini bar over here. So the mini bar comes with a few drinks, some snacks, and we also have more snacks. We've got M&Ms, we have dark chocolates, and there's just a few other bits. We then have the notepad and pen. I do already have my own notepad, but I do like to take these because I usually write my to-dos in these books. So that's coming home with me. We then have the toiletries and the mirror. It has a huge TV. There's also a lamp. Again, it's very spacious at the back. There is another mirror over here. If I wanted to have my lunch or breakfast, I'm able to open up this table. That's very convenient. The first class cabin comes with a lot of leg room, which does come in very handy. And last but not least, when you fly first class, they give you these lovely pajamas to wear on the flight. So just going to open it up just to show you guys what's in here. So it comes with perfume, some moisturizing creams, and there's a bunch of other stuff in here, cleaning towels and a bunch of other creams. We have a dental kit. Usually I just give these bags to either a family member or I just give it to my maid in Dubai and she gives it to her family members. So yeah, it's a nice gift set after a long flight. So guys, hope you enjoyed the tour of the first class cabin. Honestly, growing up, flying first class was my absolute dream. It was one of the things that I really wanted to just experience in life, and the first time I ever experienced first class was when I was 21 years old. Of course, I'm 23 now. And I just want to make clear, guys, we did not fly first class in our first year of business. I don't think we even flew first class in our second year of business. A lot of our time and money was simply going straight into reinvesting into the business. So all our profits that we would get from our Airbnbs, it would go straight into the next property deal. The reason why I'm saying this is because I don't want you guys to have a false reality of starting a business. Let's say you're starting an Airbnb business. For the first few months, you're going to be spending those times calling landlords and agents, you're building relationships, you're then setting up the property. Once you do secure the property deal, that of course takes time. I just want to make it clear, guys, when you get your first Airbnb, you're not going to be a millionaire. You're probably not going to be flying first class. Myself and Uzma, we started in 2021. If you're looking to start a business and you're looking for that instant gratification, let's say you start your business and you get your first 2 properties and already you're spending all your cash on ridiculous things like designer clothes or things that don't really make sense in terms of scaling. The truth is, you have to be willing to sacrifice a lot of things when starting a business. You have to sacrifice your time. It's not something that you can make happen overnight. Most people aren't willing to do that. Most people aren't willing to work for free. Most people aren't willing to go through the rejections. I've seen many people try to start an Airbnb business and they try calling landlords and agents, they get the rejections, and then all of a sudden they think that this business doesn't work anymore. When that's not true, you just gave up. That's the truth. The business model works. The only thing that doesn't work is yourself. If you're looking to start an Airbnb business, you have to be willing to put in the hours. You have to be willing to go through rejections. And if you're someone that gets hurt over rejections, then honestly this business isn't for you. Because myself and Uzma, we still get rejections today. You're not supposed to take rejections personally. Rejections is a good thing because ultimately you're only learning from it. Business isn't for emotional people. You have to be logical. And that's why for me, motivation doesn't mean anything. Because let's say you see someone having a great Airbnb business and then you also want to start an Airbnb business because you get motivated. The thing is, motivation doesn't last long. What you need to have in this business is pure discipline. You have to wake up on the days where you don't want to show up. You have to show up on the days where, let's say you were calling landlords and agents for 3 hours a day for 2 weeks and every day you got a rejection. You still have to turn up on that 3rd week and on the 4th week. You have to keep going until the job is done. That is what it takes. And I'm just here to set the expectation to you guys that the first year in business, you are going to have to invest a lot of time. I couldn't spend a lot of time with my family because I was fully focused on getting this business set up, because ultimately I knew that this was going to give me the life that I wanted in order to give back to my family later down the line. Another thing that myself and Uzma sacrificed was our health. We were eating very badly. We were barely getting any sleep because we were setting up properties. We were also working full-time jobs. I was balancing maybe 3 jobs and university and trying to start this Airbnb business. That's just something that I was willing to sacrifice. Give up some of my sleep in order to make this work. Just because you have a full-time job doesn't mean you can't start a business. You have to be able to work around it. You have to find the time. I see a lot of people saying that they have a full-time job and they just don't have time to start a business, but they want more time to themselves, they want more freedom to themselves. Well, it's something that you have to sacrifice. Maybe you need to have a second look at your schedule, have a look at what you're doing every hour of the day. Are you really being truthful to yourself? Do you really not have time to dedicate at least 2 hours a day in starting this business? Because most of the time you are able to find that time. Wake up 2 hours earlier or sleep 2 hours later. The sad truth is most people are still not willing to do that. That's exactly why they are in the position that they are in today. I truly believe that everyone does have a choice in life. The way you get up, the habits that you have really dictates what your future is going to look like. Look how tiny this airplane is. It's basically a private jet, right? So guys, we are back in the UK. The weather is looking lovely as always. We're just heading back to our UK home, and after that we're going to go meet our family It's going to be a busy time here in the UK because we're going to be onboarding a new property. It's quite a big property deal, so hopefully everything goes smoothly. We are back in our UK home and you can already see how beautiful the weather is. It always feels nice to come back to the UK because of course this is a place where everything started and we grew up here as well. We've managed to get a brand new Airbnb here in the UK. It's a huge deal and we just want to make sure that we're here just to project manage everything, making sure that the handymen, the flat packers, they're doing the right things, they're furnishing the property in a way which meets the branding of the company. Right now I'm just going to be sending the upfront rent to the estate agent because we're going to be collecting the keys in the next few days. We've managed to negotiate a 2-week rent-free period. I'm actually sending the upfront rent now to the estate agent. So I'm going to be sending £63,000 worth of upfront rent to the estate agent. Let's do it. So guys, that is now £63,000 that has been sent to the estate agent. Really excited about this property deal because it's going to be generating us over £20,000 a month. I know this might seem like a lot of money to you guys, but just know that we actually managed to get an investor to invest in this deal with us, meaning that we didn't have to use a lot of our own money. And that's the most important thing when you're scaling a business. You can only scale the business up to a certain point. You do have to utilize other people's money. You have to be as resourceful as you possibly can. So we pitched the investor that we previously worked with and he was very open to the deal. We told him that he's going to be making a very good return because at the end of the day, you know, the investors, they choose to invest because they have a lot of money sitting in their bank and they want to put it to work. Now they can either leave it in the bank and it will depreciate due to inflation, or they can leave their money with us and they'll get a 20% return when working with us. So it just makes a lot of sense for them because they're not having to do any work at all. It's pretty much passive income for them and we benefit because we don't have to use our own money. Having an Airbnb business is all about having cash flow, so that's why it's so important for us to try to be as resourceful as we possibly can and use other people's money. So we've used the investors' money, we're putting it into the deal. He's going to be getting his returns, we are also going to be getting great returns too. Just really excited for this one. We're going to be going to the property in the next couple of days, so we're going to show you the full process when it comes to onboarding an Airbnb, furnishing it, interior design, setting up bills, all these things that most people don't really show online. We want to be as transparent as much as we can and we're going to show you the behind the scenes of setting up one of our Airbnbs.
So guys, I am sitting with the Dubai chocolate. You saw that I bought them all the way from Dubai and I bought them to our UK home just so that we can try it with our family. I've already ate the kanafa, which is this one. Can't get kanafa of it. When you open it, it's green inside. On top of that, we've got the Biscoff flavor. This is really nice, I've heard. We've got the pecan flavor. It's called Catch Me If Pecan. We've got the cereal and chocolate brownie flavor. This one is called Seriously Choosy. We've got this flavor here as well, which is called Butter to Be Safe and Salty. This is the salty flavor. And then last but not least, we have the baklava flavor, which is baklava 2 in the future. So we've got the baklava, we've got the salted one, we've got the chocolate cereal, we've got the pecan lotus, and we have the kanafa over here. So these are all the chocolate bars and this all cost £50. Guys, it's literally like gold bars. You might as well just say they're gold bars because it's that expensive. But we're going to be trialing them all out. I'm going to be calling Leena. So Leena, do you want to join me?
So we've got the first one here. Let's open it up.
This is so satisfying.
So it's a silver packaging. Wow. You guys see that? Guys, remember this is freshly made. Yeah, so it says consume in 3 days because they deserve the royal treatment.
So can I open it?
Yeah.
Oh, this is baklava. Do you want to try it?
Yeah.
It's quite nice. You gotta rate this one. I would say 8 out of 10. I think this is better than the kanafa.
Just dropped a little bit. I would say this is a 7 out of 10.
So guys, we're now trying out the pecan. If anyone has watched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, this is literally what it reminds me of. This one is wrapped in gold.
Oh, it's gold. Let's try this one.
Oh no, this doesn't look good. It's very growing on me.
Yeah, I like it. I like it more than the last one.
Biscoff.
I'm gonna open it up now. This is apparently one of the people's favourites, apple kanafa. So it's white chocolate and it's got Biscoff inside.
Oh.
Let's try it. We rate this a 10 out of 10.
11 out of 10. If you're gonna try one out of the collection, you've got to try the Biscoff. It's the best one. So guys, I'm just going to let my family open the butter salty flavour here. So I'm gonna put that back in the box.
And we are going to open
The one that's going viral, the one that everyone's raving about, although we don't think it's the best one. We're going to open it for you guys. Gonna... This is the one that everyone goes crazy about.
I think the Biscoff one was the best.
Yeah.
There's not much taste to it.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's it, guys. That is the taste test done of all the Dubai chocolates.
Guys, I was just on my phone and I saw an Airbnb booking pop up. We've just received this huge booking for one of our Airbnb properties. This guest is going to be paying us over $500,000 dirhams, which is around 140k pounds, and they're going to be staying with us for a year. This is exactly the kind of booking we aim for. I actually managed to get this booking through one of our pricing strategies we use to attract long-term guests. You can't just be throwing a property onto Airbnb. There's a lot of strategy behind what makes the top 1% of hosts so successful. And honestly guys, my mom's actually staying with me in the house right now, so I'm just gonna show her. Mom, someone has just requested to book our Airbnb and they're paying us £140,000.
Oh, that's lots. I'm so impressed.
He's paying us £140,000 all in one go.
That's great.
I'm gonna accept it.
Okay guys, so we are approaching towards the end of the night. I'm just in my onesie. Right now it's a grey onesie that my brother gave me some time ago. So I've got all my family here at my place, and my mom's marinated lamb chops, chicken. She's marinated a lot of food. We are going to do a barbecue outside. It's actually pitch black outside, but we're still going to do a barbecue. Me and my family, we've always done barbecues anytime, anywhere, whenever, wherever. We have outdoor seating, barbecue on. We've got the fireplace on for the outdoor seating as well. Just going to relax, have a lovely evening. It's a Sunday night, and so we're just going to relax, chill, wind down. We're collecting the keys to a new property for our Airbnb business tomorrow, and we're going to be orchestrating the whole property setup and all the side of things like that. We've also got some more property viewings too for new potential deals. We're essentially going to get really busy, and so for that reason, we're going to just relax tonight and just wind down. Just earlier today, me and Leena were ecstatic because we received a $500,000 dirham booking, and it's one of our top tier high-end properties. When me and Leena started our Airbnb business about 3-4 years ago now, in 2021, me and Leena took on really small property deals where we were only profiting around £1,000, but now we have transitioned into another market, which are more premium luxe deals where we charge a more premium rate from £500 all the way up to £1,000 and more a night. And so receiving a £150 booking was crazy. We were just relaxing. Me and Leena were just doing a bit of self-care earlier today, and we received that booking. It was incredible. Leena showed her mom. She was so happy to see that, which was lovely. This booking was for 370 odd days, so it was for the whole year. This type of booking is really the dream booking that any Airbnb host can receive. Me and Leena used to have to work a whole year, and even then we would only be making 20 grand a year, and then to receive £140 like that, being as transparent as possible. Me and Leena were just on the bed. I was doing her eyebrows. We just got a notification from Airbnb and we were like, hey, let's check this out. When we saw it, it's over 600,000 dirhams. We were like, wait, no way, this might just be an inquiry. Maybe they are just asking a question. No way they have actually booked. But then when we go onto the Airbnb app, it said accept or decline. And when it says accept or decline, it means that the Airbnb host actually wants to book with you, which is amazing. The guest has 16 reviews, which means that they regularly use Airbnb. They are regular travelers. And also it just goes to show, if Any of you guys are just wondering, who's gonna book my Airbnb for £100, for £200, £1,000 per night? Who's gonna actually stay in my property? Who can actually afford that? Well, when you're starting out, you're trying to run this business, most likely it's not gonna be you that can afford that property, right? Because your target market is not you. Your target market is wealthy families, families who are relocating, contractors, corporate professionals, right? It's just a limiting mindset, a limiting belief to have, to believe that you're not going to get booked, this business model is not going to work, no one is actually going to pay this amount of money. I actually used to have a co-worker when I was working at Severn Trent telling me, who would pay £200, £300 a night? No one's going to be staying here. And to now receive £140,000 like that, these people do have money, and it just goes to show that there really is enough for everyone. And I teach my students this exact strategy. I actually had my student Megan, who posted this screenshot over here. She got a booking request for £800 a night for 3 nights, totaling to £2,700. And what did she tell me? I said, did you accept it? Like, damn, this is a crazy booking. And she said, no, I'm not going to accept it. I've actually bumped the rates up to £1,500 a night. So for those 3 nights, she's expecting £4,500. Guys, this is insane. The amount of money that you can make with Airbnb is crazy. This is your sign. If you're on the edge, wondering whether this actually works, wondering, am I going to get booked out, wondering about all the things that could go wrong. If you're looking for problems, you will always find problems. If you're looking for a way to make solid money that is predictable, because property is the most predictable game industry to actually be in, then it is for you. And for me, I just know that when I was starting out many years before, property just made sense to me because it just felt like a safe investment. Now, don't get me wrong, investing in anything does involve risk, but for me, investing in property was a calculated risk. Everything's coming together. We just flew from Dubai to the UK, landed here, being relaxing with family. Our Airbnb business is just rolling without us having to actually do anything. Life is good. We're just going to now go and enjoy the barbecue with our family.
Good to know.
So this is our current setup. We've got a gas that was way too big and it didn't fit inside of this thing here. So that's just out. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear, but there's sheep in the background just making noise. So this is where the family is going to be sitting. And we also have my mum just doing the barbecue. She's got chicken that she's marinated. And then we have lamb chops as well. So that's all getting done on the barbecue. My family love eating meat. My mum loves her chops, her beef, her chicken, and it's very important to make sure that you eat a clean diet, get your protein in. We're going to absolutely devour this. This is the marinade. Mum, what marinade is this? Is it for chicken?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Wow. So guys, that's it. We've got the setup here, we've got the food here. Our family is still yet to arrive. Half of them are here. We're still waiting for the other half. We've got all the chips from Oodles Chinese. We've got the salad here as well. We've then got some chutney. We've got the chicken. We also have the lamb chops here, which are getting made. So I'm just going to enjoy the rest of the evening with my family now. And tomorrow is a busy day ahead. We're onboarding a new property. So stay tuned, guys.